PMO the vice president office. Kokana campaign team. I'm talking about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Okay, so
because me share where you are the man here. Is that we a PA?
Former, yes.
Former PA. You are talking about personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Yeah, to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Exactly, yeah.
Then I do copy him. What do you say? We're not a year, if I say, we don't know what one who. Then I do copy her.
Oh, Netian say with Abakasam Kakaya can okay in West, you know. And so why holding some position. So when it came to the student front now, we were very formidable, you know. So I know after the test no, we held other positions on campus.
Okay.
Na a BA Hall, Women's Commissioner, Hall and Amidem, and also share Maso Hall. Maybe majority leader was students parliament our campus. Most
student parliament
campus.
Wow.
Yes, and
so the equals parliament, you know. Most student parliament.
We are also doing dress rehearsal. And you know, and no sooner the last position I held was Student Representative Council SRC, Women's Commissioner. And you know, Ushana, you know, we've been very actively involved at the student front, but we were known NPP people.
I see.
So I'm that student leader who said no, she's NPP. Like she's straight.
Okay.
She's straight. Okay. You cannot. There's no two ways about where she stands. And the NDC for at that time, na NDC for the Omago cry. No.
More for her.
You do a common normally because you say NPP for. It's a free one now. Maybe I'm a national service. It's a national service. Muna day. Yensu yenim ye kakra. National youth organizer na or pray. That is Henry Nanabuachi.
Okay.
Ye best support. You know, I helped him to mobilize the TESCON fund because TESCON 4 take a decision when it comes to voting for the national youth organizer.
Okay.
There's a delegation, so we have to make sure say we get all of them on board. Sinyamia don nanabi ebe wini and omame position as one of the TESCON coordinators.
Okay.
Oh yes.
And winning youth organization position. Okay.
So also by nomami position as the TESCON deputy national TESCON coordinator. Near year 4. The 3 guys and myself, and you know, from there, no, not just say, Yenso Yemu Abeye Drukakra, our party, at least at the students' front, and I mean, I gave a lot of hope to young women in the NPP for the 4 years, that is 2018 to 2022.
Okay,
exactly. You know, Yadi Jumadi no baby, you know, Moana Chese. Papa nso so menino ekoye adwuma papa ben asema okay former boss Dr. Bawumia
okay etu ohun waifa
eno me de say oya bebunu na ubo homoden wo party ni mu you can catch the attention of some leaders in the party.
Okay.
Until you have to be more visible na omunso muhu ejuma pomo ya empenifon so eben no ebetum yo manu ayede atu ama o pese o fa ejuma ebema aye kama so that is technically what happened, you know. Or frame the ejuma no etumani but na me office e won the campaign office.
Okay, meba at obi na introduce woman anas ono an hu ejuma so ye MPP ni na o student politics o dia be room over the mainstream no. Emu adwuma wo bo ana so obi na so sado command Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
O de me se me pese me get very simple. Me ka say me adwuma na ekasama. Not to go into the details, but me adwuma na ekasama me.
Details when am beso be come.
Or say you ask me a specific question, say obi na de me share nsa.
Okay.
And ono ana of friend me say baba wa bra na enye.
Yes.
You get the point, but whichever the case may be, no. Adwuma ene be kasa ayede. Amount and you know so shower more than you to media idea one. Yes, exactly. So that is what happened.
I see. 81 obina do kwa na on of opekeo.
What's that me aba mechi?
Yes.
And I make a chill say.
E wo me say wo ye wadwuma.
Yes.
And wadwuma no ebet
yes.
Rose otie.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, Rose. Lady otie wo ye wadwuma pa o. Untimi nye wadwuma. And I say be make akotewa bi ma hu say they be call up and down.
Up and down.
But na dwuma so mani. Mon friend ma me. E hono na mpese me hu say I through connections na copy. I don't
want to me I say ni but with minimal connection because any medical I can my back asem no dey we be say me antiba me wo fast
only godfather and godmother
me wo fa bia wo party ni me ni obi obebo mechi dom you know because enipa bebre wo enipa bia won so I wasn't that person so I think say Ningina and Kimfuano, it's really out of onusuni goodwill to reward a party person or non sure but to me most importantly I contribute effectively to onuso niju media na idane which was to win the primaries.
After that no.
Oh, Yamfan is coming from 2022 to 2023.
2022 to 2023. How do now? Obewa papa no.
Ne papa ye.
One papa no ba into contact. Adwuma ba na the share as at that time. O call no office one.
So adwuma the share me sano. I was his personal assistant.
Personal assistant.
Me patron, but I was going to be stationed at the campaign office.
Okay.
On say nani role no he's serving as the vice president of the country.
Okay.
At the same time no so no dinani share a craba which is to win the flag bearership
within the same NPP.
Within the same NPP. Okay. No, na I was say Oshena Ototo and Yemebi a year in terms of how obe dedicating the time, attention to the campaign. Okay. At the same time, so no near the boss Edebemano at the presidency no bit me because Nimi no a cabo moi a bit quite problematic. You cannot dedicate time and attention to it, and in doing that so you need to also dedicate human resource specifically to these two offices. Of course, as a vice president the team was already set because it was already in motion.
Okay.
But when it comes to campaign you also need to put that in place and also abwa. So my role was basically to assist him and so assist him, sit in his meetings, write his minutes. I do travel with him sometimes, and also every duty of an executive assistant or assistant. So you play an administrative role as well. Yes. I
see. And me fan say when Dr. Bawumia as the PA send a yawo dem hai. Van the meeting here. Uni namini at unatra meeting aseda.
Me patron.
One-on-one, so we're not some meeting. Send the workers minutes. Not the adena.
Sure.
Now, basically for the campaign.
For the campaign,
not for the vice presidency office.
So my jurisdiction is not at the Jubilee House. Okay. My jurisdiction is at the campaign office.
The campaign office.
Because we had a goal to win the primaries. We had a campaign, so that was just it. Yeah.
I see. Now, you shut the ABC. So, doing it for how many years?
Oh, young fan is Sanya Makan, I've mentioned 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years from 22.
It will not be entirely cumulatively from that time, but I've mentioned I was involved within all these 2 years up until Winnie Nyamiadum
Nesaka flag bearership position. No. I see. Send a doctor here, need leadership skills. Before cry about Dr. Sunan Nebino. Now watch them say no PA. Personal assistant
at the campaign office.
And yet Jubilee House Assembly.
No.
But information kita me so say now you're a receptionist. It will be a receptionist. I didn't know about catch them say we PA to Dr. Bawumia. Rose.
Well, I've not heard it, but when I walk I say information what's it? It's absurd say obi ebekasa and I think say some of these things it's just mischievous and it if it's really to defy the purpose of whatever conversation I've had previously or whatever we are going to have now, Nadia, I don't think it needs my attention. Why would a person just say I have worked with this man and this is really the story? Na ubi betina baby na what she share let me say, what she said, you may be sad. It's just for people who are not ready to speak about the topics and what is really on the ground and what I've been talking about. What is leadership? Leadership, I know that is idea I have been, very vocal about. And, in a nutshell, we say, we per se, we talk. There's a term my former boss use, amano. They should speak to me when it comes to leadership and what we are to expect. On 7 December,
yes,
they should be talking about, but this kind of things, they are very upset, they are very mischievous, and I don't think it needs attention.
Yeah, I know that we will come there, but you see, sometimes,
okay,
sir, you're okay, you are making sense to me.
Okay.
And near my work, can you near my framework, one my chronology of events.
Okay.
Near my do framework be PE, even doctor office.
Okay.
One me at TSS. Na on the campaign office, okay. Vice presidency office work.
Exactly.
When that meetings, several meetings, actual minutes. Is that not it? San Waka. Now all of a sudden, we baba, oh, this girl, or you say anything, it won't forget, Now I say, or cause some sign of credibility.
Yeah.
At the amount, you get it. So, sir, we ignore the sana one trim year. I think, sir, yeah, queer no. Amount for might not take you serious.
All right.
Okay. What is one guy called Krobia Kwabenazante?
Yes, I know him.
Who is he?
He's an aide to Dr. Bawumia at the vice presidency. Yeah.
Or aide to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Vice president.
The main house.
The main house, one. Okay. He wrote this in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Guys, let's focus. This girl in question was one of the receptionists at the new campaign office when we needed more hands and was subsequently dismissed for exstated misconduct that was so grave to the campaign. This is what the aide to Mahmoud Bawumia at the office of the vice president Tawakano Eka Ojene saying.
It's very mischievous, and some of those reactions.
Also, you were one of the receptionists.
Well, I think, say, it's very disrespectful, for him to churn out Bibisa, because he's somebody I also had great respect for. I have worked with a couple of them, but say somebody is speaking to an issue. After all, your former boss, he's always says that we should stick to the issues.
Okay.
We shouldn't do insults. It's a contest of ideas. Now, Obidi, an idea about what she thinks leadership should be about. Now, you get the point.
Yeah.
But I have found a new path and a new purpose.
Okay.
Now I'm speaking to leadership. Now I'm showing my.
Yeah.
Now you think, say, you go this lower. I don't think I would have. I can have your time. Yes.
All right. So now you're one of the receptionists.
No, please.
Now you're aide to the vice president.
I shared an office with his ADC, the one who sits behind his back.
Who's back?
My former boss.
Okay.
The police officer.
The police officer. Yeah. Now they share office.
Exactly.
Wow. Oh, you're a tough girl.
So what is he talking about?
But Crowley owned him personally.
Oh, I know him personally.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. It is.
I didn't expect him to be this low.
Below the belt.
No, it's just below the belt. Yeah.
I see.
He should come up with a leadership argument so that we can.
All right.
Go into this election. Yeah.
You got details to the Kakra. Who is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in terms of when it comes to leadership? Because this man will take a very tough decision when he in the office.
Okay.
So that others will benefit.
Okay.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, me name share one-on-one da.
Okay.
Me share ne some da. Me hu no program bi ase da. Una ne natena. Why no Mahmoud Bawumia in terms of leadership? Because he is vying to become president.
Exactly.
And Ghana has also a population of about 34 million. Yadoso pa. Kakrebi na niya juma nipa kakrebi ya na mwana hono. In terms of the leadership skills, doctor will be able to be Ghana sir.
Okay,
What's
doctor, I get it.
All right,
so we are going to dovetail his leadership style into say Obetimia handle or minor and as
yes, please. Handle. Yes, please. Okay, no, I want to know one kakrana never feel.
All right.
I don't know because I don't know Obetimia translated about the bigger picture.
I get it.
Eti kakrana mo ye hono or you be not very tough Obetimia take a decision on your be so I be manipulating so easily. And I'm person me hono. Then we transition to the bigger picture.
All right. So Papa, I keep on saying Papa because he was like a father to me.
Okay.
And he's still a father anyway.
Okay.
A boss now, like I say, a former boss.
Okay.
But once somebody has been your father, he's always a father to you. Now, he's a nice person. He smiles a lot.
I can keep
you'll be sad. Okay.
You the chamber for.
Papa, or ye be a crana, ye be a question. I won't say he's always smiling. You get it. So
he's they are about no address no stress no son or stress or them
oh sorry me on time when nebu force
okay
you know and other things so you know but ye wo esuni ban bi they are very essential qualities bia obi a person leader bia no upe say a school prefect na uko or presecco say just say wherever you find yourself, it has to do with the role. There are some leadership qualities. Be what I was say, in my view, no, and on a bema way to me, ejina ye in terms of goal now and then iswadi huna edawson, edawenim no, bema way to me achieve it.
Okay,
you know, so you'll be as an American called that then they be all straight. So if we can say. Who is a nice person? He will pass for a nice person.
Okay.
But when it comes to leadership, it's bad leadership. So that is a distinction.
Fabric here. What okay. The all kinds is here of. Yes.
Oh yeah, madam.
Yes.
Yes. You know.
So when you say me Cornelia.
Minim and then I can it's everyone say way. Oh, and I watch it, the minion no me penasem, but ebe Robert now console nature.
Yes.
You cannot be a good anchor.
Okay.
So there's a distinction between your persona, as in usu no by any friends no usu no by say did you make the say nyama it is a fact say Meka say be an anabuacha uti way.
Yes.
You cannot be a good anchor with the console.
Okay.
But I like you as a friend.
Okay.
And not just say me time.
Okay.
But I'm criticizing you constructively.
Okay.
Say masa me pewasem but I had the meeting. So that is the difference. I was saying so when I criticize the leadership, it doesn't mean you're criticizing the person. Not make us say on any day no. He's always going to be my father.
If I get you correct,
exactly. Okay.
Are you saying, say, Dr. Bawumia, or qualified to be a nice person?
Exactly.
But leadership there?
No.
And you're not.
Yes.
I didn't hear. Justification there.
Okay. And I make us say, Mianka say, Uni obisaya, Emma Uhuni.
I know, cry.
Enti no sebe wono papa mu ye adwuma okoba
utona kofom
me se wono papa ye adwuma na okoba o the assignment e hye wonsa na eniema ekoso se ne wo se ye den ekoso na so do weni beto from na onso wahwe leader ni so that you can also draw inspiration from the person and now so be hu se bia and amona wutu nefa na adwuma na odi ama wono nani so anase say you try to study the person because obi ani ni adwuma that you cannot be perfect on the job.
I don't know correct.
Edi wo ye adwuma no de bia na chese okra no wakoye papa dey papa how am I doing? I used to do that a lot to my former boss. Na me bisan na ni nyina mu no he was very affirmative say nyama aye den e koso ye enti no ye je adwuma na mu na enyeme bi ekokoso na nyema na ekokoso no eye nyeme bi a wache me betna ha embeka ho asem
nyema ben ekokoso rules.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about the issues, but it can dovetail into my conclusion.
Okay.
Or what I have perceived at the end of the day.
Because you see, Rose, is here only a man me oh. But a victim of the fact that you are coming from Crow.
Yes.
It's here no.
Yes.
Ebi a meche kakra.
Yes.
It will happen in me.
Yeah.
Now, BBSC. The next 3 days, 4 days, you got to aba. Na say, ade na wo kan fa nipa no. Ade na si ye na ususu say ABC DNT. Ena masumasi o de Ghana hye ne sa enyi yi no. Na say, won timi antimu kakra nkyere me a. Me da ji atum say asem na kan no kra.
I get you very clearly because as I'm making, so I know say it's here for and so it is. So they also want to know say what exactly the issues were, but just normal administrative decisions that had to be taken at the office. And yeah, bibia a change. So
okay.
Say leader. When it matters most, na ebia okawanu tum na enipa bi ene treo say ekwan we ni emfa so ekwan we ni emfa so ma wo leadership na to sin kakra bana bo acho tin ya me
ma to asema me share dan ti ase yi sa
wo beti ase se eguso ayedi nkomo ni koyeni
okay
wo beti ase ntino meme de me ma dwimu ni de se oni on the leader there, or primary when you say you lead,
and take tough decisions when necessary.
You lead and expect your followers to follow.
Yes.
In the same vein, when there's a need for a direction, you will let them. I had a conny say you see the you better left instead of right.
Yes.
Not your son so I the edge we na ona acquire papa and your sanity. But north. Ebia I was say bia ye call west. Now went to me nya kukudra and say north na ye kono. Yen there's a need for redirections. Yen kofa left. Na enipa bi kwa na omokopemu a na che say nia odi ye kan no esin to bi kakra ye de. Abem. Afenso no yen now na ko ye peni sempo bi e kan papa ne ho ne ye adwuma na wenyi seme papa e den ya wo ya bofra in terms of the hierarchy.
Okay.
Intino nietie bia in terms of decision making, conflict resolution, dear ben no, it has to come from the leader, not any other person. So be betimi atan be bia ka say me so me ne papa ye adwuma na I am me kire ma adwen on this particular issue. Don't also forget, say he doesn't work in a vacuum. Only nipa ene obia wo ono so na drink but when you leader adia ba ku bi wa so you very careful and this goes to everybody who you leader Mohammed say mo mpeni forward wherever you find yourself a leader. There's a potential there's a window bia say wama wenyanda where people will manipulate and dictate to you because obia ba can be bia show and everybody has their interest. Intiminim CEO ti ho and the news anko CEO say and the technical men and they are the one who's on momojuma cry but people don't really know much about them. Technical person ako on so ako chenadri on a particular production and everybody has diverse views about what decisions should be taken over here.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, there was a leader no penina munina mo kwani ho na kama asema chen. Eti we okay, na bo ache be kan say abrante be kan say we be kan say okay, so let me find a balance, analyze it properly. You get my point. But obia beka okay, osi say koya, what will happen? Say chaos na besi. But when there's leadership, there's a clear line that is drawn. So okay, osi say okay. Say I have taken this decision. It makes it very simple.
Okay.
So sanya money be na wo ho papa ho I was quite disappointed.
Eti on a decisive leader. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the decisive leader.
What person can is sad, but I can say he's more of a people's pleaser. Sana, you are not able to take decisions because you want to please everybody. You cannot take a decision. So maybe I can buy into that premise. Yeah.
So on that decisive leader.
Yeah.
See, or you be you manipulate to be manipulating so easily.
Me de kakra me hu ye ni de na anodin
okwan ben so.
So bia wo na dwenche. Efa bibi ho. And there's supposed to be clear leadership guidelines. Say hey, say ne ye ko no efa ebia assemble hu anasa assemble hu. Then a clear communication will also come down to whoever is supposed to execute that decision. And now whoever is supposed to abide by that decision. But as will be again, we cannot live in a lawless country. Like even in Ghana, we need law. We are governed by laws, the constitution, your regulations, and it will be and that is what makes a place, sane. So when you need sanity in a place, no matter what the issues are, is it that you are bringing out workable solutions, and our guidelines said this is the direction, and sometimes we use dialogue, negotiations, and issues are solved. I
see. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Obiano, because is the boss. Maybe I'm the issue about. Also the issue about. Mami Otie the issue about. Alaska the issue about. Na yenyina kan de awiem ontimi take decisive decision say na mpese ekono a na boache koyo de rose koyo de we ko de saka
ebi o krampo a won kasa obebo ni tin ko so tai peniti o shikishiki
o shikini tipa won
nti ebi o obebo ni tin ko tai so bia eye ni ope nti so bia ye ni ope sa na enu so no ade no de day no the focal points no the confusion because there's no clear direction. But the here na opinion chess asemu no yemfa ni say no obia nim say at the end of the day no nya wo be ye bia ba be shower junction so you cannot just be defecting and doing your own thing. You get it. So that is really it has to do with leadership. It has to do with leadership. Yeah.
Eti metwase here.
Yeah.
Oti manage Ghana.
I have said that and I will not shine away from it. He cannot manage
Ghana.
I don't think so between. Yeah.
Because of
based on what I've seen. And then was Sadia, but I don't think so was
the moral life what you say.
The moral life.
Yes.
Everybody's got their moral life, so I can't go into that. And I don't know about some moral life has to do with your private life, if that is what you're saying.
Yes.
Everything that is private is not privy to another person, so I don't know about that. Yeah.
God, we are kasi out house so ni tinari ade na.
Oh, so me dey say it has to do with only panidimina. For example, means money maybe I cannot talk without not raising my hands and I'm not tilting my head, so it has to do with just demeanor. That was just by the way anyway, but that we can see that he likes to smile a lot and shake his head.
Smiling be on more, I don't know.
Well, for me, I think the smile no, it's quite inspirational. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not that bad. But then you know Ghana for bediada. Baby, I do. You know you bediada. Baby, I do. You know
I see. Abusua afena ebia what do kasa video na atwa no high radio gold 90.5 FM yeni affiliate stations outdoor enche in the next 10 minutes me the interview about we na fin so yatwa yen komo twetwe so ye be pon ye 5:30 but enche many rose ebe wie na Rosemond obey na many no etianum formally na one Dr. Mamadou Bawumia ene yejuma na ne ode ne nya adwuma biem eti na komotwetwe a ewo hono no na yedi efie nkomo kakra yedi ne fie nkomo kakra na ya share the leadership skills of the NPP flag bearer Dr. Mamadou Bawumia say yebetimi the Ghana sheninsa the next 4 years na Rose will catch them say Davida say office okro mo wompo saka nko say onye obi a otimi sigina say asumasi abebonu nkro obentia bebonu nkro we are Canadian me na me ye mo boss no say na me pese mo nye mo nko na me de obi a pese o ye no wonye tinaje say obi ado ode bibi hye nsa obeba no na che say ne buru na be buru ye ho a ya buru ye ho ama moja apram ye eti Rose ye transition ko the bigger picture.
All right,
one young huni yakoso office. There are certain issues also to be discussed live on there.
Sure.
I don't know the never be one more emphasis. But your point didn't come on.
Me patrol you.
Your point didn't come on.
Me patrol you.
Eti penny wa catch them no. Not just say Dr. Mamadou Bawumia. Otimi eni Ghana nim.
Oh say Nana Boache.
Yes, yeah.
Baby o my dream. You drew a very critical stage. You hear a very assertive leadership. Assertive you be or did a nice see one more be paying her bit to me. I will be managing a nice free baby or then a nice.
I see. Leadership
which has authority. You get my point? Say this is what is going to hold. And a clear sense of direction, any political will. Baby on my age, I don't hear say, but me share me papa. I've said so. I say me papa. Me former boy. I say me papa.
Yeah.
Never way I'm making in a there. We can tease it out from his leadership style.
Onibi.
That be.
That
be. And you know, there was a time I recollect something about John Mahama leadership. Okay, Minkai Nebusian Fuana and enough for this young energetic woman, Victoria Hammer.
Yes.
Okay, in the situation.
Yes.
And look, say the Niswadi. Sika the Sakra and Kai, but John Mahama the nice for Mukasa Dabi. Akwe when Niswadi who there's so daya, baby. It's Miss Ubepe baby aide atna jifa ativo oseko first canebra enu ko wie kra o se san efa wakonwa yede eto esensensem bebrede ewo Abuga Pele, I don't know what's the name.
Yeah, that's the correct name.
Abuga Pele. He served the jail term. You get my point. So that is leadership of authority, assertiveness. Say that be no one point is grandpa. John Mahama was able to deal with them. You get my point? Being clear on the communication, say a win-win-winner. A situation in a quiet winner made them obey. Ebefaso. That was bold. How John Mahama even ended Doomsday crisis in 2016. Oka say Ojitumu, Yedikai. Ojitumu say Adieno, Ewo. Now so no, I will take the bull by the horn. She engagement with the IPPs are or they are merry plans by take or pay and yama dear for dinner but or your bold into no I said no. Seman from na yen si for masa or how near bebre say and ya dia Ghana for bedding be free. So didn't I see from and to me ma or no crowd to me dealing with on 1 year appointees and also look at the instance of ending the Doomsday crisis. And I know that there are many examples. Say John Mahama is an assertive leader because that is what really this country needs now. Baby, it's not funny anymore. It's not funny, you know. Unemployment is on the high. The economy, in fact. Economy need the omupio obumpo ye bekoso aka ho ase because eno na ama ahochire yayede aba but
economy na sama waka no once upon a time we were told in this country say your former boss or your papa also even do when ni adwuma bi mu no say o economic whiskate tema mo office na mo di hu nkomo say he's the man na obetimi abo ma economy no
maybe I will not go into Komana near the office or in the office, but he had a responsibility, and everybody may come responsibility to be any to say those were expectations are near free,
okay,
and it was just one. Senior, you were Mesa use as an example. I like doing a lot of examples. Your number one role is to host the program.
Yes.
And so not a camera now say camera. Now that is not your role.
Yes.
And I'm just saying that in terms of how they have run away from the economy to digitalization. So I'm saying anything. Dana uba na usu ene de anko no That's problematic because even though no comes together as production, because my year training accounts were GBC.
Okay.
So that is why I valued my technical people so, because they omuntina people see us or listen to us. So omurone top notch. Enti wo bana also ene de wo betwa kama nana boache. It means to say you have deferred from your core responsibility, which is he being the head of the EMT. And that is a core responsibility. Say, she yesika semso na yenso ye die ehye if you say o kansem bebre nsem a ye de to yasum na yenso ye de ye re ehye mu na afa de ba ne sen na ye de Russia Ukraine war and you say eniema just say odi semu kra enye so his primary responsibility was the economy. There's no ambiguity about it. It will be obey say when I say see na ade na say ora do mahama na ne time na say if there's enough 4 cities say 380 pesos na a abominable class obebo mahama dia and you say 17 cities and you say any pekuo na mama ya bedru baby aye wo mokotena Jupiter na Mars. They don't deserve to be in this country. You know, entino omo pe omo mpo honi de ye beka ho ase because the voters are going to vote based on the economy. And economy no anu botum. Now we got told okron to me and to fish. Yes, because fish price no boy dey aye. You know, and that is what the ordinary Ghanaian is talking about.